So I'm just gonna get this out of the way. It has nothing to do with the video. But one year for Halloween, I dressed up as a bunny. I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea. Maybe I thought I'd be cute. But looking back at these old photos, I realize, man, I was cute. So me and my friends took trick-or-treating very seriously. There's no messing around. One year we practiced the path we would take a week before Halloween so our legs wouldn't get tired when the big day came. You have to be in top physical condition to go door to door and get free candy and then mess your whole body up again. So obviously now I'm a retired trick-or-treater, so I'm gonna pass down my wisdom to anyone out there who is still trick-or-treating. A lot of people will say, to get the good candy, you gotta map out the whole neighborhood. Skip the ones who have Milk Duds and Whoppers. Okay team, let's go. No, sometimes you can't. There was only one house in my neighborhood that gave out big candy, and my parents didn't want to drive me to the rich people neighborhood, so what are you gonna do? Well, me and my friends came up with a couple of ways to get the most out of your trick-or-treating. One time, my friend based his whole costume to maximize his candy pull. What did he dress up as? He dressed up as a newspaper delivery boy. What? That's really lame. No, it's actually really smart and genius. Let me explain. With his costume, he was able to ride a bike, and that let him go from house to house quicker, and it wasn't so hard on his legs. And also, his costume had a built-in candy bag. It's perfect! And I guess by the time this video comes out, it's probably too late to change your costume, so maybe next year? Do you wanna know another strategy? Well, here's my secret. You have to talk your way into more candy. This is what you do. You dress up as a doctor or nurse and put your local children's hospital logo on your chest. You'll carry 2 pillowcases around. I took pillowcases to go trick-or-treating, not those plastic pumpkin things. I don't know if anyone else did that. And I would advise to go to the next neighborhood over. Make sure no one knows who you really are, because to use this trick, you're gonna have to lie. Anonymity is key, so every time you go to someone's door, you tell them these exact words. Oh, this? My mom works at a children's hospital, and I wanted to get some candy for the kids that couldn't go trick-or-treating. Some of those kids, man. Because of their cancer, they can't have any Milk Duds or Whoppers. I don't know if they'll make it till Thanksgiving. 90% of the time, parents will give you a big handful of candy for the kids. And I guess now looking back at it, you could say it's wrong and sinful, but I'm not actually stealing from those kids, I'm just using them to get more candy. And lastly, my last trick to get more candy, you know those please take one candy bowls? So those are my So I was thinking of video ideas when I thought I could talk about stupid things I believed as a kid. But the only thing I could really think of was the fact that I thought if I ate too many bananas, I would turn into a monkey. And I didn't want that to happen, so I stopped eating bananas and have grown a distaste for them ever since. So I asked my twin sister, whose name is Faith by the way, if she could remember anything I believed. She couldn't think of anything about me, but gave plenty of examples about things she believed. So here we go. For the sake of comedy, I'm going to exploit my twin sister. Stupid things my sister believed as a kid, but not anymore. So we have this older sister who's like 9 years older than us. And she told my sister that the computer could talk back to us through typing. It happened because Faith was on the computer and an error message popped up. She asked my older sister what was wrong with it. And she said, "The computer says you're typing on it too hard." Faith asked her to tell the computer she was sorry, and soon she was having a full-on conversation with it on a regular basis. But the older sister would have to be there to communicate. "Tell it that I got 100% on my spelling test." "Okay, I'm typing it in." "What did it say?" "It says it doesn't care." Another thing was that one time my sister was drinking water and saw a bug in her drink. She freaked out and poured the water out, but my older brother said, "You know something scary? Since you were drinking water, you could see the bug. But if you were drinking something like milk, you wouldn't see it. Because milk isn't clear like water." So she stopped drinking milk for a while, but she drinks milk now, of course. So this one time, our dad came to us and said, "Come on, kids, we have to go. It's buy one, get one free." But he said it kind of fast, so it sort of formed into one word. So he said, "Come on, kids, it's buy one, get one free." And we were like, "What's buy one, get one free? Do you know what buy one, get one free is?" "I don't know what buy one, get one free is. What's buy one, get one free?" My sister asked if we could buy things at buy one, get one free, and my dad was like, "Yeah." So she brought her own money. We were waiting in the car for our dad to get ready, when my brother said, "You know, at buy one, get one free, there are skeletons that pop out and steal your money." So I thought, oh, this buy one, get one free is like an outdoor horror place, huh? And that scared my sister and she didn't take her money. But when we got to buy one, get one free, it was just a grocery store, and my dad was excited about the sale on milk. You know, I'm beginning to realize that a lot of these problems exist because older siblings suck. So this one I believed in too. You know how sometimes airplanes have those little smoke trails coming out? Well, we thought that those airplanes were what made clouds. All those clouds, just a bunch of airplanes. And I remember seeing a factory with steam stuff coming out, and I thought, wow, that's a very big cloud maker. Another funny thing is that my sister believed in the tooth fairy way longer than she believed in Santa Claus. That's because my parents didn't make us believe in Santa Claus. No, we just pretend Santa's real. Like, you know, Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse isn't real. You know how, like, someone dresses up as him and goes to Disneyland? Well, it's kind of like the same thing, you know, we just pretend that he's real. We pretend that he comes and visits us every night, you know, we pretend. So yeah, we never really believed in Santa Claus, but for some reason, our parents made us believe in the tooth fairy. So yeah, that's about it. Glad I didn't believe in stupid crap like my sister. Colleges love extracurricular activities. It is the final say whether you'll get into the college or not. You got a perfect score on the SAT? Yeah, but Billy played tennis. So I went to a preparatory school my freshman year, and I joined the newspaper club. And the only reason I did was because I wanted to put my comics in the school newspaper. I was a comic freak back then, still am though. But I went to like 2 meetings, and it became very obvious that we weren't going to make a school newspaper. So I stopped going, and I was basically a derp for the rest of the year. Sophomore year rolls around, and I was going public. And one of my friends, he suggested that I do track and field. And I was like, oh, that doesn't seem like a very physically demanding sport. Yeah. On the first day, I was so bad, I threw up on the warm-up lap. I mean, at least I was pushing myself. On the second day, we ran off school grounds before school started, and everyone else made it back before the starting bell rang. But me, being the slowest one on the team, didn't make it back until first period had already started. And then I had to explain to my teacher why I was late and sweaty. I quit track team after those 2 times, and it was basically a derp again for the rest of the year. Then junior year rolls around, and this one girl, she told me, James, you're so funny, you should try out for the improv team. And I was like, yeah, okay. Improv was basically a group of all the cool theater kids. And if you have any experience with theater kids, then you know that they're just a real treat. I walk into the room for tryouts, everyone is loud, people already know each other, and no one is quiet. Except for me sitting in a chair by myself. Everyone took a turn playing an improv game, and when it was my turn, I went up, and I tried my best, and then I sat back down. And I guess the captain saw something in me because I made the team. And it was awesome. But I only went 2 times. I'm just kidding. I stayed in there for the rest of my junior and senior year. Oh, and the newspaper team at the public school asked if I could make comics for their newspaper. One quick story about improv. So we were considered a competitive improv group that competed against other schools doing shows. And we were playing this one game called Categories. Basically, you were given a category like fruit. We would stand in a line, and if the judge pointed to us, we would have to say something in that category. And if you couldn't think of anything, or you said something that wasn't in the category, you were out. So we played the game, and it comes down to me and one other player. And our category was occupations. And out of the millions of occupations to choose from, the first thing I said was porn star. And everyone started laughing and giggling, but I was too caught up in the moment. Yeah, let's go. Has anyone said crack dealer yet? The judge said I was inappropriate, and the other team will. So that's my story. Did it help me get into a good college? No. But if there's anything you should learn from this, is that you should not be doing any sports. Okay, stomach, shut up.